Yo,
Yo, how's things, man?
you alright?
Yeah, cracking in the way going on.
Not much, just chilling now, rest day.
Yeah, covered from yesterday.
Oh, I'm in pain, I'm aching.
What's it like to be back in the Lions Den?
It's good, when I've been training on my own, I've been taking over and I felt like I was fairly fit anyway. But when I got back up
Yeah,
here, it was time to level up. Been shattered every session. I've got more aches now than I think I've ever had in these last few days.
yeah, man, it's good though. It's good. It must have been quite frustrating for you that as soon as you got into the swing of things up with Dom, you was hit by a worldwide pandemic.
Yeah, that was it. Like, even just before my last fight, me and Dom only had like 6, 7 weeks with each other.
Yeah,
So it was a quick turnaround. But then after that little warm-up, tune-up fight, we was open to get back into training and then look for a bigger one coming like
yeah,
straight after it. But then the pandemic hit and we didn't have much time to carry on with our training and like keeping in the regime and keep learning the way they fight and the things
yeah,
he told me. So now that I've come back up, it's not that like I've forgot everything, but I'm a bit rusty again, because I only had the
yeah,
original
yeah,
6, 7 weeks. It's not like I've been here months or years. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
just these next few weeks are just about getting myself back into routine, back in Sheffield, and then hopefully in the next couple of months I'll have a fight set up.
Yeah, because after your last fight, I think you could have had him out a bit quicker, but you took your time, you boxed nice. Will we see more of what you've learned in the next fight?
Yeah, with that fight, like it was more about them listening to orders because in the past
Yeah,
I've been known for just like doing what I want to do and just thinking, right, I'll just get out there and steamroll him. Do you know what I mean? And I
yeah,
think if it went hell for leather for like 3, 4 rounds, he'd have just fell apart through
yeah,
tiredness. But
yeah,
then I'd have probably took a load of bangs on the way in and things like that. And after that fight, I was like, I feel like I've had a spark. Like
yeah.
I didn't have a mark on me. I think I've been hit about twice in the whole 8 rounds, which they were all like, well, what are you worried about? That's good. And I was like, not for me. I like to entertain. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. You are a fan fighter favorite.
I know, but I think I'll last longer having one of them every now and again anyway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a long sport. So, was it hard to get motivated for that fight?
Well, I wasn't originally fighting him. I had some other Argentinian that was like
Yeah,
18 an hour first, and then I had another kid like 3 days to go that was like 15 and 3. And they were all the opponents for one reason or another kept swapping and changing. And I think there was another Argentinian on the bill as well, so they wanted to probably
yeah,
bring them both over together. And obviously that opponent was live and ready to go. He'd only just boxed like a few weeks before, so
yeah, yeah.
he was like the last resort sort of thing to make sure I still got on the show. And so when you look at it now with the pandemic, it's probably better that I didn't just blast them out in a couple of rounds and I did get
Yeah,
the rounds, and it was on the last show. Do you know what I mean? That was like before all this, so
yeah.
I've got to look at the positives as well as all the bad stuff that come with it.
Because I know we're talking about your progressing with Dom and everything, but you already achieved so much before you went with Dom too, with the Commonwealth and the European and the British. Do you think Dom will push you to the world title?
Yeah, that's definitely me. The way I want to go with it. Like if you look to the likes of Kid Galahad or Liam Williams
Yeah,
especially. Like I think he was coming off 2 losses before he joined Dom, and since then I think he's knocked out every opponent he's been in with, and
yeah,
he's knocking on the door for the world title. And like I live with Liam now while I'm up here. We've got a place together, so I'm looking to follow in the same footsteps he's went with, and just listen to
yeah.
Dom and anything I can take on board. Just add it to my arsenal.
So you moved in with Liam and even adopted a new dog.
Yeah, the dog's a nightmare. I've got holes in all these socks.
Has he got the
All the time
same
got
same
all,
attitude as Liam?
Oh, it definitely is. All the dog is good for is ripping holes in socks and pissing.
Uh,
It's good.
definitely
It's
has
good.
the same temperament.
Yeah, it breaks the week up for us anyway. Like when we're not in the gym, we've got a little dog here with us, so it's okay.
Yeah. Because you see, not only Liam and Kid Gala are just in the gym with some outstanding talent. Does that keep you hungry to keep going forward?
Yeah, like even yesterday, some of the lads had like visitors in from like sponsors and things like that, and those all the cameras
Right.
and things. And at the end of the gym session, they decided to like set a circuit up where we're all racing and like something like
Yeah.
you imagine when you're in primary school, run there and back and stuff like that. But
Yeah. Yeah.
it was all of us were in. There was me, Liam, Willie Hutchinson, Kel Bruch. We were all there and we were all ready to go, and everyone wanted to win. Prince
Yeah.
Nassim's two sons were in as well. They were involved. There's about 10 of us all racing to be the best, so it's a good crack as well. But you don't want to be coming last in them circumstances. You want to be winning everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So the big question is, who won?
You wouldn't believe this, right? Me and Barry won like the majority. Me and Kigal won the majority of
Yeah.
everything, and then Dom like picked out the three best for the final race, and it was me and Barry, and then he put Liam Williams in with us, and it was like
Yeah.
three sprints bearing back. Liam only went and pulled it out the bag on the last one. He just couldn't believe it.
You know, I think that kind of shows Liam's mentality, though, because when
Yeah.
he's been put in situations, he always thrives. He thrives in competition. Like he loves it.
No, I feel like he saved himself for that final race. He's not
Yeah.
soft.
Because like you and Liam are the ones in the gym who I'd say not fan favourites, but like the tear up in the ring. You know, love a good scrap. Is that something you can share when you're learning?
Yeah, like even when I'm just with me and Liam just on our own, we have a good crack and that, and we get on well.
Yeah,
And then when we're in the gym, it's everyone's trying to lift each other and push each other. Like even when we're just doing like a bag workout, you share a bag workout, and when like one's going, the other one's holding the bag, and you're pushing each other on. Like, come on, son, keep going.
yeah, yeah,
And it's just
yeah.
that sort of stuff when you're in the gym. That was something what I never had in my previous gym. Like now, I feel like if I'm gonna get to that next level, this is gonna be the gym with these coaches and with these lads around me that are gonna push me there.
Is that one of the reasons why you chose Dom's gym?
Yeah, like at the time, I was talking to loads of gyms, and I was literally open to move to anywhere. And once I'd
Yeah,
sorted things back home with my missus and said, like, listen, I've got maybe 4 or 5 years left in my career. I need to
yeah,
make this decision and make sure it's the right one. And I was speaking to all different good coaches, but I had like two or three in my head, ideally, who I'd want to train with. And then when I eventually got my manager to speak to Dominic, because they'd arranged things with other fighters before, so they had a little small relationship anyway.
yeah,
When I went up there, and at first I was a bit of the outcast, like, you know, where like I wasn't involved with all the lads straight away. Like
yeah, yeah,
there was no crack with me. It was like, who's this fucking scouser? But
yeah.
after like a few weeks, like I was just doing like a day here and a day there, and I was just staying in hotels and things at the time. Then when I seen the way the structure was set out and the way everyone was training and everyone was thriving, the
Yeah,
lads were all bouncing off each other.
yeah,
Um, I just thought, you know what, like I remember when I was saying like the reasons for leaving me last gym is because I wanted to be surrounded by other champions. Do you know what I mean? I
yeah,
wanted to be like, I didn't want to walk in the gym and I could have a 50% session, but still be working the hardest in the gym.
yeah,
Now
yeah,
even on, Now even on my good days, I'm not working on the hardest in the gym. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's always someone pushing you to that next level, and I just feel like that's what I've always needed, and it's benefited me now moving forward. Well, hopefully moving forward when the fights are back, it'll benefit me that bit
Yeah.
more.
I know you said, like you said just now, you think you got about 4 or 5 years left in the game. Have you got
Yeah.
a game plan for the end of your career? Like, like a something that you're aiming for? obviously the world title, but I mean a process.
Yeah, do you know what? Like, I don't like to. I do lots of studying and things like that in my spare time. Liam thinks
Yeah,
I'm a bit of a geek because I sit here on my laptop studying like the human body or nutrition and things like that.
yeah,
But
that's good.
if I wasn't doing that, I'd only be sitting here scrolling on Instagram or Twitter
Yeah,
or seeing what's going on. I'd just
yeah,
be bored out my head. Don't get me wrong, I've got the dog now. Like, the dog's all right. I have a little play with him here and there. Get him in a
yeah,
headlock now and again. But besides that, while you're in camp, I just make use of the time as well as I can. But I haven't like set up a strategy of thinking that far ahead. Like, for now, my main goal is to just stick with boxing, keep pushing towards as them world titles as well as I can.
yeah. Because like, well, one of your best fights and fight of the years obviously was with Ritson, and it's one of them fights where if you're a boxing fan, you'll always remember where you was on that night.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch it back?
No, actually, I never watch it. I never watch any fights that like I'm unhappy with. I never watch it back because I'm my own worst critic, even when I win.
Yeah, yeah,
So, like, for instance, if Dominic was to tell me to look at it and look at one specific thing, what I was doing, I'd probably go
yeah,
on it and watch that one specific part. I wouldn't watch the whole fight because I'll be watching things and I'll be seeing myself getting it and I'll be thinking, why are you getting it with that shot, or
yeah,
why are
yeah,
you moving in like that, or like I already know myself. Like, I led with me heart. I led with me heart rather than me head a bit too much in that
yeah,
fight because of the animosity and the build up to it.
yeah,
But after it, like, not only myself, there was plenty of people that thought I won, or if it was in another arena, like closer, maybe
yeah,
in Liverpool, I'd have got the nod. But because it was such a close fight, you'd never hear me saying like, "Oh, I got robbed" or anything like that. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It's just part and parcel with the game. If someone's on the home turf and it's a tight fight where even on the scorecards, like, I thought they were wide, but say like if they were tight rounds and he's just edged it and they give it to him,
yeah,
that's probably how you get a scorecard like that. It doesn't necessarily
yeah,
mean that I've been fucking done in or been completely whitewashed by him, because anyone that watched the fight knows how close it was. Do you know what I mean? It's just for the people that haven't watched
yeah,
the fight and they see the scorecards and they think, oh, he must have done a number on him. But that's what makes it look
yeah.
unfair on me. But I just keep thinking to myself, like, this isn't. It's not written. It's only written. It's not written in stone or anything. But I keep thinking to myself, if Lewis keeps winning, and I hope he does, and then I keep winning, and then we move on to the future, hopefully we can do it again. And I'm sure if it works out for both of us, I'm pretty sure the fans would want to see it again as well.
Oh, definitely. But would you go in for a rematch with a different mindset? Would you still go in for a tear up?
Do you know what? I don't know really, because I was the one on the front foot, and Lewis probably boxed a bit more than I expected him to.
Yeah,
So I think it'd more or less be the same sort of fight, but we'd probably just change a few. He'd probably change a few things, and I'd change a few things. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah.
I imagine it'd just be just as exciting. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it was brilliant. I can remember we watched it at my mate's house. Shout out to Brett Parry. He got a cracking boxing place to watch the fights. I was bouncing, he was back and forth, back and forth. Oh, it was great, man. It's one of the best fights I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, and even like we had the big build up and all like stuff like that. I don't think it was like really anything personal between us. It was more just don't like boxing frame of mind. I think I can beat you. You think you can beat me, and that's
Yeah,
what like
yeah,
built the needle up. Like, if I seen him now, I'd have no problem with him. But then if they made a fight for a rematch, it'd probably all turn sour again quickly. Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
just the way boxing is.
You
You've got to
know,
put yourself into that right frame of mind when you're fighting someone.
I seen an interview of him. I'm not sure how long ago it was, but it was after your fight, and he said that he haven't spoke to you since, and if we've seen each other now, you probably wouldn't speak.
Who's
Do you
this?
feel that way?
Who with? Who's
With
this?
you
Sorry.
and Richard?
Yeah, like, cause before it he was in a different weight, so we were always like pretty respectful with each other, shake hands if we seen each other and that.
Yeah,
And like now, it's not like we're gonna start shouting at each other and calling each other for everything. But like what he said, it'd probably be just like there'd be just like no feelings there anymore. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
he'd probably think as well as I do, one day down the line the opportunity might come up for both of us to fight again. So there's no point becoming best mates all of a sudden when we could possibly fight again down the line, when we're gonna turn sour again at some point.
yeah. Because the last loss you had, you won in a rematch again. Did you learn a lot from your first loss?
Yeah, in that first loss, I was going through it was a really bad time in my life. So I just lost my dad like days before the fight. I shouldn't really fought,
Yeah,
but I was absolutely, sometimes when like opportunity arises when you like at that level, I wasn't with Matchroom or anything, and I didn't want the opportunity to let me pass me by. So I was thinking, if I pull out, someone else is going to step
yeah,
in and take the opportunity, and then I might not get back in then. So I still fought when my head went on it, ended up losing, but then why I always screamed, get me the rematch, no matter what, no matter where it is. Because I just thought to myself, if I was on it, I'd beat you, because with 30 seconds longer, I'd have beat you when I wasn't on it. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
I think I got stopped
yeah,
with about 30 seconds to go. And then I just completely changed my game plan and ended up knocking them out. So you do learn from your mistakes, do you know what I mean? Especially in boxing. And if you don't learn from them, you hit your ass, especially in boxing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a toughest sport in the world, and people get shit on so much after they lose. But you've always
Yeah.
had a massive fan base in Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm lucky in that sense. Like, even when I've ever lost, like I've said this before, my two most exciting fights have probably been the two I've lost. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
even when people,
yeah,
even when people look at it and think like, oh, when he loses or when he wins, people are still always involved in the fight. They always have a good night, whether I win or
yeah,
lose. So I think that's what's more or less kept me fan base growing and kept them keep coming to all my fights.
yeah. What was it like growing up in Liverpool?
Do you know what? I went like I didn't have like a bad upbringing or anything like that. My mum and dad would have pretty done everything they could for me. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
There was a point in my life where I was one of them where I wore a black tracksuit constantly and I stood on the corner shop with all the
yeah,
villains. But I wasn't one. You know what I mean? I just wanted to be with them because they were my mates. And then as I got
yeah,
older, like I got myself a girlfriend, moved out of my mum's, started like maturing a bit more, started like thinking of the future early in my life, and then where I look at myself now from where I was, some people don't even get out of the rut. Some people think
yeah,
boxing's like a saviour for you, but to make it in boxing's hard, especially to make money out of it. There's like
yeah,
there must be like 2% that make like enough money where they don't ever have to work again. So if you're in the position where you can buy houses and things like that, you've done well out of the sport. And
yeah,
that's what I always think to myself, like from where I was to now, I've done exceptional. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. Do you still keep in contact with all your old friends, or have they all drifted off? And
So some have drifted off, some like have all just gone their own ways, some have ended up down the wrong path. Some of them are good lads that I still speak
yeah,
to now. Just but as you get to a certain age, you just have like a different group of mates. But like
yeah,
the old group of mates, they all still come and watch me fight and things like that. And some of the older ones always keep in touch with me and things like that. So as you can probably imagine, I've got a million mates. Do you know what I mean? I get on with
yeah,
everyone.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm just one of them people. I have time for everyone as well. So it's just good to stay in touch. My only problem is I'm a bit of a hermit because I'm that involved in the boxing. Like if I'm not in the
yeah,
gym, I'm just at home resting, so I don't see people probably as much as I'd like to. But obviously in this game, it's only a short career, so you have to give it everything while you can.
yeah. Definitely, and it's a good trait to have. Keeping yourself to yourself when you're a boxer, because there's so many people out there who want to tear fighters down as well.
Yeah, definitely. Like I come away from Twitter quite a bit because I used to feel like every time I done a tweet, people were just jumping on me back for absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
And I was thinking, what is up with these people? Like, what have I done for you to say that to me?
yeah, I
But
know.
then as time's gone on and I'm on it less, I feel like people are like turning the corner for me now. Do you know what I mean? And especially since the Whitson fight, like a lot of people have like seen another side to me now. I feel like the build up made people think I was a bit of a tosser because I kicked off backstage on that thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
some of the words that came out my mouth, like I think I said melt. I've never
Melt,
used that
yeah.
word. I've never used that word in my life till that moment. And everyone was just
Well,
saying to me, "Shut up, you melt." I was thinking, "Oh, I hate that word." So
yeah. What did he say to
that,
you?
that that
Make sure you win, was it?
something along them lines, and then it just all kicked off. But I'm telling you,
Yeah, yeah.
there, there was no cameras there before that. They must have been hiding under tables or something. Like people were saying to me, like, "Was that all set up?" I was like, "No, did not even know there was a camera there." I still to this
Yeah,
day
yeah.
don't even know where he was. He must have been hiding. Oh, it was crazy.
Do
Do
you have any idols come out of Liverpool?
you know what? I wouldn't say like I have idols, but for people, for me, for like who have always in Liverpool, there's been a lot of good boxers and champions and things like that. But if I've ever needed someone to talk to for like something you don't want to go to your friends about or your
Yeah,
parents or your manager, someone you just need a bit of thingy. I've always went to people like David Price or Tony Bellew, like and I've always had good contact with them if I've needed them, and they've always given me the advice on just small things. Like one thing that I always remember Tony Bellew saying to me was stop taking everything so personal in boxing. Just treat it as business. And
yeah,
the more and more I thought about it, because I was getting like, why is he doing that? Why is he saying this? Or don't thinking of promoters and managers and things like that. And he was like, stop worrying about it. That's just all the business. They're not
yeah,
aimed at you. You're like in boxing, as they say, it is a conveyor belt. If it's not you, it's someone else.
yeah,
So you've just got to make sure the time that you have, you do as well as you can with it. And that's just like what I'm trying to do now. But that was one thing that always stuck in my head, like just treat it as business. And basically that's what I've done ever since, and it keeps me going now. Anything anyone says to me, like even a boxer, if like they call me out, I don't take it personally because I think I remember being in your position. I
yeah, yeah,
remember wanting to get in the limelight off someone else. So that's just the way I think now. Like I could have 10 people call me out, and I just think I don't. It does not even give me a thought because I just think
yeah,
unless my manager rings me and says you've had an offer, it means absolutely nothing. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. At what stage of your career was it that you thought, boxing is a dirty business at the end of the day, like you said, it's you could fighters come and go, and point of your career was it that you realised that?
It wasn't that I ever like needed a point where I just realised that I was just constantly moaning to myself, like wanting things that I was always thinking about what I wanted rather than just being happy with what I've got. And the
Yeah,
more I started thinking about like stop chasing all the time, and if it's gonna happen, it'll happen. I started like getting title opportunities, and then I was winning, and then I was getting big opportunities. Then I was main events, and then the more I just sat back and let things just happen,
yeah,
the more I started enjoying my career a bit more. Just the only downside of it is the pressure you put on yourself because you want to win so bad, and then like for instance, my example is like I can never sleep before a big fight because I start getting anxiety, and that's not because I'm nervous for the opponent or anything like that. It's just because I'm like I can't switch off because I want to win that bad.
yeah,
Like I'm ready to go 3 days early, and then 3 days early I don't sleep till the fight. I'm like, oh, by the time the fight comes. So
yeah.
it's all part and parcel because when you speak to other fighters about it, there's a lot of them that go through the same thing, so it does make you feel a bit better.
You got a comment, but yeah, before I let you go, Liam wants to know if you want a cup of tea.
Two sweeteners, tell them. Two sweeteners.
Any fight news, Rob, before I let you go?
No, last time I spoke to my manager, I was just saying like it was, well, not the last time I spoke to him yesterday, but before yesterday, I was asking like, what's the situation with this back garden job, and he just said, no, Rob, it's more like it'll more be like fighters building profile and things like that. He said you're gonna have to wait till like September, October. So he said just keep ticking over and doing what you're doing, and hopefully you'll get a big fight to get you back in there of some sort. And I've just got to take it in my stride and be hopeful that that is what I get as well.
Yeah, man, it's great. I can't wait to see you back in the ring, especially in that garden. That's a once in a lifetime opportunity to fight there.
No, I'm on old Eddie's back garden.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, taking over and doing what you're doing, and hopefully you'll get a big fight to get you back in there of some sort. And I've just got to take it in my stride and be hopeful that that is what I get as well.
Yeah, man, it's great. I can't wait to see you back in the ring, especially in that garden. That's a once in a lifetime opportunity to fight there.
No, I'm on old Eddie's back garden.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh yeah,
It's probably never going to happen again.
yeah. They probably didn't trust the scouser in case I was taking souvenirs home with me.
Yeah, you were a couple of
I'll be like,
years.
that's a nice ornament. That'll look nice in my living room.
No, it's great. I've taken up enough of your time now, Rob. I can't thank you
No
enough for
worries.
coming on.
No
It's been a
problem, mate.
pleasure,
Thank
mate.
you as well. Spot
And
on.
best of
Thank
luck
you.
for the future, and see you soon.
All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Bye, bye.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.